Whatever works for you, do that shit. Do that shit. All right, y'all, I'm gonna bring up somebody that's actually funny, that's actually a professional at this, you know. And my 2020 resolution is that I try comedy for real, because this is my only stage of comedy, and I've laughed at my fucking self, and I think I'm hilarious. But one day I'm gonna be brave enough, but I'm gonna give you a real professional. Make some noise for Glo Butler coming to the stage. Give it up for your whole shit.
You funny, you funny. Always believe in yourself. Everybody got like a friend who's funny, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, like I can't believe, is it me? It's okay, cause god damn it, it's the month. This is my birthday month, right? Thank you. I'm a Capricorn. I'm the one that's representing for all the Capricorns tonight. Thank you very much. But no, the first week of me. Can I take my hat off?
Take the hat off.
Can I? My hair's not done, so that's not about to happen. I can turn it backwards. Are we good? Are we good? You can see my face? I'm glowing. I'm doing this, right? Okay. Wow. Y'all are really serious tonight. Okay. I hear you. Anyway, so the first week of me, this feels so weird. I feel like Wesley Snipes, like in the 90s. Anyways, I'm giving it to you tonight. So you guys, like my first week, the first week of December, I walk dogs during the day sometimes. So there was a dog that bit my face while I was walking. I know that bitch, right? And so I decided to go to an open mic. I know you guys were talking shit about open mics or whatever earlier, but I was gonna go to an open mic later that day to make myself feel better, which I did go. And then I fell off the stage. Yeah, so what I did was I got some tequila and I drank that, and then I cried all the way to Trader Joe's to get my $2 bottle of wine, right? And then when I got that Trader Joe's wine, the girl in the line that was checking me out, I was like, oh my God. But I guess like, you know, God is trying to tell me something. She's like, I don't believe in God. I was like, well, the universe is trying to tell me something. She was like, I don't believe in the universe either. I was like, she's like, well, high five. I was like, oh, that's what we're doing out here. You don't believe in anything, but we're high-fiving. Okay. I'm only going to miss Queer Abstract because I've made out so much in that bathroom. Yes. And the fucked up shit is I made out with a girl before my date was coming to Queer Abstract. They pour heavy. No, I'm not even that person, okay? But they pour heavy out there. Don't judge me, please. All right, you guys. Let me get to my set a little bit of it. You guys, I know I don't look it, but I just got back from Norway. Yeah, I just got back. I went there. I know that's weird. I went there to shoot a commercial, and before I got this commercial gig, I went through a breakup. It was a whole thing, right? So I went through this whole eat, pray, love shit, right? And can I vent to you guys for a second about this bitch? All right, so this bitch got mad at me, all right? Because she found some lipstick on my face, all right? She ran it, all right, let me start from the very beginning because this makes no sense at all, all right? So I went to a Halloween party this year, and this girl asked, I was in the bathroom line minding my own business. This girl asked me if I wanted to join her in the bathroom. I was like, no, I'm good, okay? And she kind of finessed me in there. She was like, hey, well, do you mind helping me take off my my Halloween costume? She was dressed up like a lesbian U-Haul. There were several lesbian U-Hauls during this Halloween season, so please don't think you have a friend out there, okay? That I made out with, all right? So we were in the bathroom. She was like, after I helped her take off her costume, we went to the bathroom, and then she was like, why don't we just make out? And I was like, okay, why not? Like, fuck. And then so she had all that matted lipstick shit, right? So it got all over my face, and I tried to wipe it off. So at this time, I don't live with my ex anymore, but we did live together at that time. So I was on my way home at 3 a.m. in the morning, and I ran into my ex on the train. What she's doing on the train at 3 a.m., I'm not going to ask questions, but I know what I was doing, right? So I ran into her. She's like, hey, since we're both on the subway together, why don't we just call an Uber home for the rest of the ride? I was like, okay, let's do that. And she's like, by the way, you have lipstick on your face. I was like, I was at a Halloween party. She was like, yeah, but you still have lipstick on your face. And then so she started crying, but fuck those tears, okay? Fuck those tears. Because 2 weeks before that, she spent the night out, And she had a hoe bag when she got back. And lesbians don't just have hoe bags like clothes and shit, okay? Lesbians have like sometimes sex toys and stuff that they bring with them, right? Because I saw a little pouch and that pouch didn't look normal, so I opened it up and I saw a harness to the strap-on penis. So this was 8 o'clock in the morning. I hadn't even meditated yet, okay? So I snapped that shit in half. I threw it in the trash, okay? And then she had a butt plug that hadn't even been opened yet. Like, who the fuck goes to a hoe and doesn't even fuck with a butt plug, right? So I opened that shit up and I poked some holes in that shit and I wrapped it up as if I never unwrapped it in the first place. She's not gonna mention it because we'd have to talk about it, okay? So anyways, I went to Norway and had the fucking time of my entire life, okay? So when I went to Norway, it was good. But the thing about it is like, I had never been outside the country ever, okay? And I just got my passport a couple months ago. So the only person that was like freaking out was my mother, okay? So my mom just thought I was gonna be brought into some sex trafficking shit. Yeah, so anyway, she panicked like the whole time, about to give herself like an early heart attack or what, I don't know. But like when I went out there, the crew, they asked me like, how does your mom feel about you being out here by yourself? I was like, she thought I was being brought in some sex trafficking shit. They were like, oh my God, did you call your mom? I was like, no, because my international plan doesn't pay for that shit, okay? Okay, I don't have WhatsApp or whatever that shit is, okay? So then everybody freaked out. They were like, oh my God, you need to call your mom. So like 16 people were like throwing their phones at me to call my mom, you know, so that I can say my goodbyes. I know, that's fucked up, right? I told my mom that. She was like, that's not funny, but that's what I'm doing in 2020 is doing some more traveling. And that's what I decided to do as far as this decade goes, because I feel like this 10-year decade, I'm gonna be 35 in 2 weeks, okay? So this 10-year, yes. This 10-year decade, this is when I was like really out at like 24 years old. Like I was like a hoe bag, okay? And now I'm a different person, of course. And that's what I'm gonna live. That's how I can like relate to this topic right now. It's just saying that like, I'm just gonna leave my bitch ass excuses alone. I'm gonna get out here and I'm not gonna let a girlfriend or an ex hold me back. How about that? Right? Okay, cool. So we did that. So my mom's freaked out about this trip, but I blame my family because I was born in one of those families where they nickname you based off of something tragic in your life, or the way you look. Yeah. So for example, I have a cousin who we nicknamed Crack Baby. Yeah, it's fucked up, I know. It's not because she was born a crack baby, it's just that she smokes so much crack she pretty much looks like a baby now, you guys. She's really little. She's really tiny. You guys got crack baby cousins or something? Because y'all got real weird about that. Yeah, anyways, my dad's a little different. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, you guys, so like I'm not from up here, okay? So like I was raised differently. Can I explain that from the beginning? I feel like I should say that, because y'all were like, you from Brooklyn or anything like that? Yeah, so like my dad raised me differently. I remember like one day I was like scared of the boogeyman. All right, well, one night, not day, but night. I was scared of the boogeyman, and I was like 6 years old. All right, so my dad's from the hood, but like we grew up in the suburbs, so my dad like doesn't really know why we get freaked out over the shit we get freaked out over, right? So I remember at 3 a.m. in the morning, I woke my dad up and I was like, hey, I'm scared of the boogeyman. He was like, oh, you're scared of the boogeyman? All right, let's go to your bedroom. So he walks me back to my bedroom, you guys, and then he tells me to go inside, and then afterwards he walks up to my bed, lifts the bed sheets up, holds his hand up like a gun, and goes underneath the bed, and he's like, pow, 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 like, you got it, daddy? He's like, 3 more rounds, pow, pow. You guys, I heard gunshots for the first time at 6 years old from my dad's mouth, okay? Yeah, I remember he died when I was young, so like right before he died, he made sure he taught me and my brother all this good shit. And so when he looked at me, he was like, you know what? I don't want you to get married to a dude until you're 35 years old, okay? Actually, I don't even want you to date a guy until you're 35. And then he looked at me again and he was like, no boys allowed in your life ever, okay? So I feel like after my dad died, he gave me superpowers because he made me gay. I totally wasn't gay before he died. I was like totally straight, I don't know. And it's true because like when I was 12, my mom asked me, she was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, I want to be a gynecologist. She was like, so you want to smell vagina all day and like look at it? I was like, oh my God, mommy, that would be so amazing. How can I get some more of that? When do I start? 15? 15's a good age? I don't know. One thing that's happened since I've been in my 30s, recently, a year ago, I just got my braces off. Thank you. Can you imagine having braces on at 30 years old? No. Have you guys ever had braces as adults? No? Damn it. I can't relate to any of you guys right now. Okay, so I have braces on, and the thing about it is I worked for the orthodontist that did my braces, so it was free, all free for 3 years straight, you guys. And I'm thinking at 30 years old, thank you, right? Because I feel like here in New York, you either work for the company that you want free shit from, or you just steal, you know? And I couldn't steal braces, so I just worked for them for a long time. Anyway, so I remember right before I got these braces off, I got my tooth pulled, and I was awake the entire time my tooth was being pulled, you guys. Awake the whole time, all right? And I asked the dentist, I was like, is it weird that I'm awake the entire time my tooth was being pulled? She's like, no, it's just weird when the patient makes eye contact with you the entire time I'm working in their mouth, you know? And I was like, all right. So it's kind of like when you're giving a guy a blowjob, you're making eye contact with him, and he doesn't want that shit. So he's like, close your eyes. And some guys close your eyes for you. Straight people in the audience, you know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you're in the back, right? But I'm a lesbian, so I love sucking on a girl's boob, which, that sounds fucking corny and stuff, okay? I love sucking on some titties, okay? So when I'm sucking on some titties, I feel like there's a fine line between making that shit look sexy, or you just look like you're breastfeeding, you know? Because there comes a point where you're making eye contact, and it's like, mama. Anyways, this is why I'm single. Yeah. So I did work with this orthodontist, and we saw kids all the time. We saw kids a lot, and so it was a big deal when we had like patients who were adults, okay? Because everybody was like, oh shit, like that one's hot, whatever. And I remember the first year of me working for this orthodontist, I fell in love with this 40-year-old Jamaican woman that used to come into our office, you guys. Yeah, she was gorgeous, okay? Like, this woman, it was so good. It was so good that I created this life in my head of how I was going to be with this woman, how we're going to like have a white picket fence. She's 40 years old, and she's probably super straight and has at least 2 kids. It's all good. I'll totally support her kids on my $13 an hour, you guys. I was ready for the sacrifice, all right? So finally, when I was ready to talk to this woman, I found out that she was 8 months pregnant at that time. Yeah, I know. But I know you can tell when a woman's 8 months pregnant, but the thing about it is I'm a receptionist and all of her counters are up to here, all right? So for that first year, all I saw was neck and face, you know? It's kind of like swiping through Tinder or some dating app. You're hoping the neck and the face matches the rest of the fucking body. Well, this bitch catfished me, okay? She was 8 months pregnant at that time, right? All right, so to fast forward through my story, she disappears for a little while, I guess, had that baby or whatever. And before she comes into our office, she calls the office. She calls the office, and she's like, hey, Gloria. Oh, because my name is short for Gloria. So you guys know. She's like, hey, Gloria, do you mind if I have a little help with the baby on my next visit? I was like, hell yeah. Bring in the dude that fucked our relationship up, all right? I want to meet his dumb ass, okay? All right? So then, like, she comes into the office with this nanny-looking chick holding the baby. At that time, the doctor comes up front and says, hey, Gloria, do you see Heather and her partner's new baby? Yes! I was like, partner? You mean she's gay? She was a lesbian the entire time? Give me my baby! That is my fucking baby, right? Because this bitch wasn't in my head the whole time when all this shit got started. And either one of us could be that fucking zaddy, okay? So you guys, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether, like, you know, to let it go or just pay child support for fun. You guys, that's been my time. Thank you so much. My name is Gloria.
Make some noise for Glo!